Hey friends, I don't see anybody on yet. That's perfectly fine. I know some people may have to work and are still like driving home from work. I just thought that I would come live as I kind of work. I'm going to drop you guys down just a smidge maybe as I work on getting some stuff ready for Thanksgiving. Whew. Let's see. There we go. What I'm going to start off doing is actually watching some of the tinfuls that I'm going to be using. I'm not about trying to wash 500 dishes on Thanksgiving. It's enough trying to just get everything ready. And so what I thought that I would do as far as our community goes is just go live while I do a couple micro preps over the next couple days to make Thanksgiving Day just a little bit easier, and chat with your friends, see how everybody's doing, see what everybody's doing for Thanksgiving if you're in the US, if you're celebrating Thanksgiving, and what y'all do for Thanksgiving prep. So I do have the noise cancellation on my mic, so hopefully this will be okay since I'm going to be trying to wash some things. And let's see if I can get you guys a better angle. There we go. So I'm just going to be trying to wash these up, and I'm going to put them over here to dry, and then we'll get started on the one thing that I really kind of want to prep today, which is just chopping up some cabbage. So it's mostly washing things. I thought that if I went ahead and washed the tins that I'm going to be using and have them dried and ready to go, that it would make everything a lot easier over the next couple days while I am getting things ready for Thanksgiving. And I usually like to try to, the day before that I'm going to actually be prepping the vegetables, wash them up the day ahead too, just so that I'm not having to wash and prep them on the same day. If you guys come on and you're here, let me know if this is too noisy with trying to wash dishes or any kind of produce while I am on here. Typically I just kind of stand and chat with you guys, but I thought that it would be fun to kind of prep together, because unless you have like a big family and everybody gets together and preps Thanksgiving together, I don't know, it can be kind of a long time in the kitchen by yourself. Tend to listen to maybe audiobooks or podcasts while I'm in here, but I thought, why not come on and see if anybody had time to chat. Thought it might be kind of fun. But I love being in the kitchen and I love cooking. That may not be everybody's forte. It has been a gloomy day here in North Carolina. It has been raining and it has been very cold. It's crazy because we keep going from being very hot to very cold, which is typical for North Carolina weather about this time this year. It feels like summer one day and then it feels like winter the next. You never really know how to dress, even from morning until afternoon. Really, you leave in the morning and you think that it's freezing, and then it turns out to be 76 or 80 degrees and sunny, and then you're burning up. So, but it was a cold, rainy one today. So we have been inside most of the day, and I thought, why not go ahead and get some prepping out of the way for Thanksgiving. I guess most people have more than one Thanksgiving that they go to and that they do. We have 2 Thanksgivings that we go to. My side of the family and then my husband's side of the family. Tried to get us to do it together just because I thought it would be kind of cool, but they tend to like to have them separate. And so we have our Thanksgiving with my husband's side of the family, which they're my family, yeah. But with that side of the family, we do it on Thursday, and then we do Thanksgiving with my side of the family on a Friday. I like doing it that way because you don't feel like you're so rushed or that you're like overstuffed from trying to make everybody feel good about eating their food. That might just be a southern thing, but when you go to a Thanksgiving meal, of course you want to eat the food that everybody has brought and try it because everybody's excited about it. So to me, it's kind of hard to go to a Thanksgiving dinner back to back. That's what we used to do. It would be, 2 hours at one, then leave and hurry and rush to the other one for 2 hours. And I don't know, I just don't enjoy that because it seems almost too rushed. You don't really feel like you get to sit and talk or kind of play games or anything like that. So we separated it. And my family, most of my grandmother's a nurse. I was a nurse before coming home with my son. And so we always worked the holidays, my grandmother and I. And so Fridays always worked out better for us anyway. So over the years, we've just kind of naturally gravitated to our staying on Friday. And then my husband's side of the family has always kept it on Thursday. So it works out good separating it like that. I enjoy getting to talk and see everybody because, gosh, life is so busy anymore and you just don't really get to see everybody. So I always like to have games here at the house and actually get to spend some time together. I'm just adjusting you. Sorry, I keep putting my hands in front of the lens. Let's do it this way. There. So we've got our tins washed. And I think what I'm going to do next is rinse off this cabbage. I just got a small one this time. We tend to buy and have way too much food at both of our sides of the family. And so this year I thought I'm going to scale it down because I don't want to eat Thanksgiving for a week. Thanksgiving for a day or two is fine. But for a week, it gets to be a little bit much. So my family loves fried cabbage. And I have a little bit of extra seasonings that I always put into mine. But I figured today, why not go ahead and chop this up so that all I have to do on the day that I cook it is just throw it in the pan and it can cook low and slow. And then I don't have to be chopping everything up on the same day, and it kind of simplifies the process. I'm going to move you guys a little bit closer, maybe. There we go. So is anybody else prepping ahead, or do y'all just kind of do like a marathon Thanksgiving Day all at one time? I used to do everything the day of because I did home health for so long as a nurse that I saw patients up until Thanksgiving Day, and so I didn't really have time with charting to be able to prep anything ahead of time. But now that I can, I try. The last couple years I did insurance and worked from home, and so I did have the option to be able to take the time to prep a little bit ahead, and that seemed to just make things a lot easier. So today's mostly washing veggies, washing the plates that we're going to use, getting everything ready to be able to really dive in tomorrow. And I thought it'd be fun to just do that together. Tomorrow I'll come live, and what I thought I would do tomorrow is I need to prep the cornbread for my stuffing or dressing. And I always make my cornbread homemade, and then I make my grandmother's dressing. It's my favorite. Has a lot of sage in it. And I may go ahead and cut up the potatoes tomorrow so that all I have to do, put them, if you put them in water and let them sit in the fridge, they won't turn brown. And then I can just throw them into my Instapot and turn them on and let them cook through the day on Thursday and it not be so overwhelming. This year I am responsible, kind of scaled it down a little bit because my son is 15 months and running all over the house now. So he's a little bit to keep up with. And so I used to make quite a bit more than this, but my sister-in-law is going to be doing the meats this year, so the turkey and the ham. Typically for that side of the family, I've used to do everything except desserts, but she offered to do the meats this year. And so for their side of the family, I'm going to be doing mashed potatoes and gravy, dressing, broccoli casserole. Everybody wants me to always bring my broccoli casserole, so come back tomorrow and we'll make that together, and you can have my recipe because it's really good. And What else am I making? The fried cabbage and macaroni and cheese. For my husband's side of the family, they also always want my homemade Cheddar Bay biscuits. And so that will be something else that I make. But that will be actual Thanksgiving Day. Because, of course, you have to have fresh biscuits. You can't make those ahead. But everything else, we're going to be able to prep in these little micro sessions like I'm trying to do while my son's down for his nap. And have everything just ready to pop into the oven or the Instapot and turn it on and let it cook. And Thanksgiving Day will be a lot more chill, laid back, and less stressful. If y'all are here, I see a couple of you on. Hey, thanks for joining me. Are you new to the channel? Have you been here before? I can't see. It's not telling me who's coming on. I've got you on my phone. I was going to try to see if I could see your comments on my iPad, but a lot of the times it doesn't pick up the fact that I'm on live. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, I don't know. It never seems to pick up. But tell me where you're from. If you're in the U.S. or you celebrating Thanksgiving, what do you tend to do? I have people who come on and tell me that for like some of my recipe videos that I've done, that they would be the one that people would tell them to bring the plates and the napkins. At least in the South, if you can't cook, that's what we're going to tell you to do. Plates, napkins, ice, drinks. But I love to cook, and so I have always been pretty much in charge of all of the sides for my side of the family, and then really everything for my husband's family, because they just don't really love to cook. Now, my niece, she is older. She is 16, just got her license, and she actually is enjoying cooking now. So she is making deviled eggs this year, and she seems to really be enjoying kind of playing around in the kitchen. So it's going to be exciting to see what she makes. So just like that, all we have to do is pop this now into the fridge, and then on Thanksgiving Day I'll pop this out. Cabbage is perfectly fine in the fridge. I've chopped up like this, and so I'll put it in a pan, season it up, and let it cook low and slow, and so we're good to go for that one. And we've got our tins drying. I think if it's not too loud, I'll try to wash my potatoes. And we can put them in a bowl and set them to the side covered until tomorrow, and we'll chop them tomorrow. Hey, friend. Just rinse this off. The reason I thought that it would be fun to come live is because my heart always goes out to people who don't have a family to be with on Thanksgiving. When I did home health, I saw a lot of patients who just didn't have any family and who lived life totally alone. And they got so excited, when you would come and do your home visits. And so during the holidays, I especially think about them. I mean, I think about them all the time anyway, especially the ones that I got super close with. But, I think about the people that don't have family to be able to do life with and to celebrate the holidays. And so I thought, maybe it'd be fun to come on here and just kind of chat with everybody for a little bit while we get some dinner ready and get Thanksgiving dinner ready anyway. And maybe those people who don't have family that they're going to be celebrating with or friends, then they would have a little bit of company over the next couple of days, because I know the holidays can be kind of sad for those who maybe have experienced loss or maybe moved to a new area because of a job and they don't have any family or friends that are there yet. And so, I don't know, I just thought this would be a little fun, a little bit of community. So many of us do life alone anymore. Everybody has to work so much, and we live further apart now, and so a lot of the times you just don't get to see family and friends as much either. And so I think a lot of us gravitate to YouTube and watching people because of that. And so I thought, why not hop on here and chat if anybody wanted to chat while I got things ready. I was hoping to be on a little bit earlier than I was, but my son um, had a little bit of a hard time going down for his nap this evening, mainly because my little dog, we have a Chihuahua mix, decided that she was going to start barking at a truck that was going by our house. And so he was just about asleep, enough in time for me to get on about right at 5. And when she cut out barking, he of course woke back up and I had to get him back to sleep. So for those of you that are watching, do you help with cooking for Thanksgiving or do you tend to not? You just show up and eat? That would be awesome. I've never done that. It's always been making food of some kind, which is fine because I enjoy cooking, but some people are not handy in the kitchen, or maybe they just don't enjoy doing it. So there is 5 pounds of potatoes that'll be washed and ready to go. I'm going to put these into, oh, now it's letting me see that there's people that's commenting. So let me try to get my iPad back up. You gotta love technology. We live out in the sticks, and so even though we have internet that's, fiber optic cables, a lot of the times it still doesn't work the best. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, so still not registering to be able to sign on. I don't know. I guess it's not going to show me comments. Anyway, so we have the potatoes washed up now. I'm not going to go ahead and cut them today. I'm just going to let them dry. Once they are fully dried, I will put them into a bowl and we will chop these up on Thursday, or actually Wednesday. We'll chop them up Wednesday, put them in water and let them sit so that I can just pop them in my Instapot. I love doing potatoes in the Instapot. Super easy. You just sit them, forget them. They do it. You mash them, put your toppings of choice on them, and you're good to go. So we've got cabbage done. We have our potatoes washed and ready to go. Tomorrow, what I plan on doing is washing my carrots and celery, having them ready because I do roasted carrots too for my husband's side of the family. I forgot about that. So we'll prep the carrots tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and make the cornbread tomorrow. So when we go live, we'll make cornbread together. And when it's baking in the oven, we will wash and prep the vegetables for the dressing, for the roasted potatoes, and for the broccoli casserole. We'll kind of assemble all of those. So it'll be a little bit more involved tomorrow than it was today. This was just getting everything washed and prepped for the first little bit of everything. And so tomorrow will be fun if you like to cook, or if you want to learn how to cook and you want a really good recipe to take with your family to Thanksgiving, even if they don't like broccoli. My husband hates broccoli and he loves my broccoli casserole. And I don't think it's just because he's my husband, because he literally would never ever eat broccoli casserole before, or broccoli of any kind. It doesn't matter if you smother it in cheese or whatever you do. But this recipe is really, really good. So if you'd like a good broccoli casserole recipe, come back tomorrow and we will make that together. And I'll also show you my Southern style cornbread recipe tomorrow too that we can do together. Probably might try to go live more around lunchtime for his first nap just because he naps longer. The second nap is really short. And so I don't know that I'd have time to make both of those recipes. So maybe around lunchtime tomorrow we'll go live and be able to make some really tasty side dishes for your Thanksgiving. I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody is making a little bit of progress towards Thanksgiving meal so that it is not so crazy and labor intensive on Thursday so that you can actually enjoy time with your family. I know that some of my favorite parts, of course, yes, is eating the food, but I love games. We've got many games that are up in the top of our closet, and I bought a skee ball, like a very small skee ball game, and we had so much fun with that one year. And so I may get that back out again. That's probably one of my favorite things to play at like any kind of gaming place that you'd go to, arcade. I don't know if they still call it that or not. But I love to play games on any kind of holidays, and so I'm looking forward to that because I'm competitive and I like to beat my nieces and nephews that are younger than me. I always think that's so fun. But other than that, for Thanksgiving, let's see, my mom makes the turkey and the ham, and then my grandmother always does potato salad, and my mom makes turkey, my grandmother makes ham. My grandmother makes potato salad and pumpkin squares, and Thanksgiving would not be Thanksgiving without her pumpkin squares. They're absolutely delicious. Way better than like the pumpkin rolls because she puts a lot more topping on them than what the rolls have. And we always have like, deviled eggs, broccoli casserole, goodness, the mashed potatoes, green beans, you name it, all of the comfort food sides. So I'm excited for the rest of this week, and maybe tomorrow, if you want to hop on, we will do those recipes again. It'll be homemade cornbread, Southern style cornbread, and then we'll also do the broccoli casserole tomorrow, and probably chop up the potatoes tomorrow too to get them in water to be prepped for Thursday too. So anyway, I will not keep anybody any longer. I do hope that you guys are having a great day. If you have not been told yet, you do have value, you are special, and I'm really glad that you're here. I'll see you next time.